Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're stuck in Essex of all places. But apart from that, we're fine. So yeah. Let's see. What do we want to do today, and what can we afford to do that will not take us too close to main story for a few more days? So I guess we could just vacuum up the ridges along the coast here and find the other stuff around. I guess that's a good start. So how has it been for you so far? Given that it's the last day of 2020, I hope that you've had a good week so far. It's Thursday, or Torsday, as apparently some parts of the world call it. Oh right, and we could nip down here. Let's do that. Let's go to that synchronization point first. Oh yeah, and this is the city where all the explosives were hidden, I think. Oh, they have a vendor, by the way. We should take a short visit to this vendor.
Come, see my wares. This could help you in your travels.
Okay, we've already sold all trinkets last time, I think.
You have an eye for craftsmanship. Yes, this is a good look. Finished looking around?
Yep, finished looking around.
Be well, friend.
You have the same 5 things every other vendor has, sadly. I'm still hoping to... What was that? Something just went ba-ding. That's a little odd. Bump. I'm sorry. Alright, I guess we wanted to go somewhere over there and then look from there. Whoa.
Here!
Okay, that works. Of course doesn't. Yes, finally. These horses really need to get their mining game step up their mining game. I have to say, one of the things I do not miss about Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the horses or whatever going, oh my god, you're going into the ocean, this is the deep sea, no, don't be here. And, you know, while the ship battles were well done, I'm not really missing ship battles, really. Like, going raiding on a Viking boat, more than okay for me. Alright. We're in Kent. You fucking Kent. No, wait. Never mind. That looks suspiciously like it should be cursed. Did we already come in here and uncurse it, or what? No.
What? Dark spirits torment this land.
Oh. That bear doesn't look happy. Oh. Sleepy bear. Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay, so can we climb the outer ones, or do we have to? Nope. So we have to, for example, walk up that tree. And oops. It's really funny how these trees are built. No. That wasn't what I intended. This seems... Maybe we can climb up here. Oh, come on. Okay. So I have one tree that I can get up. But then I don't really see how to get onto these ropes. But I guess it's the only tree you can get to. Anyway, I love how they do these trees, because basically what you have with, you have one key that says, you know, keep going, and you have another key that says, you know, oops, go further up. And so they've built the tree, so one direction is always the keep going and the other is the keep climbing one. And I mean, that sort of works. Right, I'm not sure I'm in the right spot. Oh yeah, that actually looks... Nope. That was the same spot I was before. Okay. guess maybe I can just shoot it from there. I'm on a rope. But that's just this one. This is really quite odd. Okay, at least... I guess that works.
Phew, that's better.
Huh. It looks so much nicer now. And these... this tower, this... I don't know, treehouse, whatever you want to call it. It looks really fascinating. Just, you know, like really kind of... if you look at it, like how detailed the lines are and things like that, it kind of has a... I almost want to say psychotic feel to it. It's interesting, you know, it's... It doesn't feel comfortable, you know, it feels like, I don't know, like built under a compulsion kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, apart from, you know, having bundles of skulls in groups of 5s on it. But that was interesting that, you know, like the only tree you could get on was kind of far away and there were lots of branches and it was hard to see through. All the things I should have said while I was up there to tell you what I was thinking. Why am I crouching? But really the most... the coolest thing about this game, I think, is just all the puzzles they've added. Hello? Alright. There already. There's our leap of faith point, I guess. So we can synchronize to our heart's content. Woo! Getting skill points just for walking. Oh, there's some gold here. Climb me up here. Oh. Manish, how's it going? I'm doing well. It's a trap. Looks Reach-manish. Yeah, it is kind of a witch pole. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's probably a good description. Although, you know, I think the Reach is not in this universe, but maybe it's one of the, what are they called, the 9 worlds? This button. Of the Tree of Yggdrasil or something. I seem to have a lot of towers and churches, and this person is whistling in a horrible dilettante way. I really have a pot of booze here, okay. But nothing else. So if I wanted, I could get drunk, but I don't want to hurt Eivor's liver. Huh. What kind of a door is this? It doesn't give me a prompt. Only if you know what Reachmen are. What do you mean, only if you know what Reachmen are? Well, I've been attacked by some and defended from Harrow Storm, so I hope that is knowing what Reachmen are. That's nice. I like when these pushy things don't mean this is the exit, find an entrance from the other side, but rather you can just push them away. Secret ale recipe. Ooh, now we're talking. Fake wall, yes. It's a fake door, yeah. So fake wall is nicer than the fake wall because the fake wall actually let us in. The secret ingredient to our famous ale's smooth flavor and tender aroma is using fresh silphium in the mix. This yellow flower was something St. Adrian himself brought from his birthplace of Cyrenaica, Africa, along with his ancient recipe. It is also rumored to have some contraceptive effects, but use this method at your own risk. I mean, given what I've heard about beer basically containing, was it estrogen or something? Having it also have a contraceptive effect kind of doesn't quite sound like the smartest choice. At least if you want to have a family. I mean, otherwise it's the perfect choice because you could get drunk and I guess the mistakes... Seriously, this is just a nut door. This is, this disconcerts me. Like, usually when there was a door that wasn't possible to open, it was one of those wooden, kind of like barred closed doors. Or they had a door that you can open from the inside to get out. So either this is a location that will be important later, and that's why they need the door but haven't unlocked it. Or whoever designed this level kind of didn't attend the meetings. Yeah. That's what we learned in high school in, I think it was chemistry class? Might have been biology. We had the same teachers there and the subjects overlapped a little bit. And I mean, especially hormones could be either. It was especially funny because, like, our most brotastic classmate was, of course, an avid beer drinker. and had a bit of a pot belly. And apparently that is kind of related, you know, that that estrogen kind of makes you build up. Okay, I can carry these crates, I guess, whatever they do. And estrogen apparently like controls where you deposit fat. So basically you get what we would consider more feminine, you know, shapes. Like there's more shoulder, hips. Yeah, curvier. Yeah, exactly. And I think stomach is also preferred. And so it was kind of the jokes that were made were things like you know, like, okay, what month are you in, and things like that. At least from then on. Guilty pleasure. Those stupid monks! They have no idea that I have been smuggling their precious ale out of the priory and selling it to the locals for double. And all right under their noses. Men of God? Idiots of nothing, more like. Ha, that's a good one. I should tell Cyneric if he gets his sozzled self here before sundown. Maybe I will have a couple of flagons while I wait. Okay, so I'm assuming that that is a note the dead guy wrote. Oh, so was the beer poisoned? That doesn't seem like a very Christian thing to do. Well, actually, it seems like a very Christian thing to do if you're, you know, not a Christian at this time. And there was a lot of that going around. Oh, right. Timmy fell into the well and we didn't get the key. So is there one down there that we didn't see? No. Just to be sure. Oh, no, it's under the crate. Of course, that's why they... Oh, you cheeky little buggers. I love it. You know, they give you the crates and they've placed it so like of course you pick the more interesting crate up first. You know, and then you go, oh, that's not something to interact with, that's just boxes to carry. I don't know what puzzle I need it for, and then, oh, of course, they just put it on top of this stuff. I love that, how they take the stuff and the mechanics they have here and reuse them. Like, that's how good puzzles are done, you know? That you're standing there and going, there must be something there. Why didn't I see? Oh, I'm an idiot, you know, like... You feel at the same time like a total incompetent, and you also feel incredibly clever for figuring it out. Also, one detail I like is that as I pointed my bow up there, the segment that I had to shoot kind of automatically highlighted itself, because, you know, you've scanned this 1,000 times, and it's just nice that they do this as a convenience. Okay, and I have both keys. Yes. Otherwise, I would have had to run outside and get all this stuff. Well designed then. Yeah. There's so much, like so many little things that they did really well in this game. Well, at least we got free leather from that snake that tried to attack us. Okay, I think that's all here. Doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. Don't mind me, sir, just doing an inspection of the ceiling's fire safety.
Multi autem sunt in numero, sed mente sua ad modum tenues esse. Ut congregentur ad Marcus et dixit ad vulgares de terra super.
I'm not sure whether that's just random
Venite audite verbum Domini in nostri Jesu
or is that supposed to be a chorus going with what's it called? Like when he preaches. And no one steps forward to ask you your business, or at least ask for alms. Who would dare? You know, like, look at me. Look at Eivor, you know? Like, who would dare, you know, interrupt her in her work? I mean, she looks like the most trustworthy, most important person on, you know, an important safety inspection. I mean, no one would dare to get in the way of that. Seriously, Lee. Seriously, what do you think? Okay, let's see what this is. There's actually 2 opportunities to raid, so I think we'll make it to that mystery, whatever it is, and then maybe go a Viking. That kind of sounds like a good strategy for today. The preachy bit, a sermon. Sermon, thank you, that was what I was looking for. I word really goodly, I swear. At least, you know, Mondays through Wednesdays. Thursday is always a bit of a tough day. Because there I actually have to talk to people, so, you know how it is. It doesn't go as well as when you're just sitting at home and thinking about speaking with people. Anyway, how's the end of the year treating you? Do you have any plans for what you'll do tonight? I have a cheesecake with my name on it, sitting in my fridge. And we'll hopefully be enjoying that.
It's impossible.
Easy now. Something's not right.
They're gonna go and take my wits with them.
Why am I coughing?
You mock old Cuthbert, stone soldiers, been in and out like robins on the woodpile.
I think he might be slightly...
Lords and ladies dancing in the dell, jigging in the
Is he stoned?
Dance me off to hell. Feed off the caps and steal my sense. I cannot leave until I know the true number. I cannot.
Oh, is he walking around in circles and counting them?
Lords and ladies dancing in the dell, jigging in their shirts and socks to dance me off to hell.
Oh, isn't there like a rock formation that is called Lords and
Feed
Ladies
off
in
the
the
caps
UK?
and steal my sense. I cannot leave until I know the true number. I cannot.
You play zombies, probably drink Baileys. That sounds like a good plan, yeah. He's been visiting the fairies by the sound of it, yeah. That's one way to put
What
it.
troubles you, old man?
Please, I beg you. How many are there? I must know.
How many what?
The stones. Every time I count them, the answer is different. First 20, then 21. The fair folk made a madman of me.
Rock cannot appear and disappear. I shall count them.
Run round and round, Kick up your skirts. Don't drag your robes through the dirt.
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's really hard to count them. I have to... Okay, let's pick a starting point. Let's pick the tall one on the right, I think. Because it's really... I just been like, oh, where did I start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, do they
Smells
look...
like a trap.
Oh, okay, and there's the gas over there. So that's probably why he's gone high.
Your stone sentries. I have counted them.
And how many lords and ladies come to dance a jig?
There are 21. I am as sure as I can be.
See? Never the same. Never the same. Please, count them again. You must. To save my wits.
Did they now add one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, it's like... Yeah, I think they've added some flat rocks and changed the camera perspective.
I cannot get the same number twice.
Never the same. Never the same. Cobweb cloaks and magpie hats.
Now there are 26. How can this be?
See? Never the same. Never the same. Please, count them again. You must. To save my wits.
Yeah, I think they've added a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. Okay, so they removed some. The fuck? That's nice because you don't really notice. I guess it's because they move the camera. And so they can...
This is madness.
Change them.
They change each time.
Don't close your eyes, or they'll steal the glinting flint. Scrabble it away.
Oh, I forgot how much I counted. Great. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Perhaps there are 23.
Ha! They have bewitched you too. Twirl and spin and dance and grin. Pywhack, it comes to bite your shin. Who came crawling from the moor like a fat black rabbit without any legs? I see you, glisten little imp. 27, 21, 23, 24, 22, 22, 22.
I don't know how to help you. It seems as if the stones appear and disappear at will.
You should not stay here. Leave. Leave before they claim you.
The Screamer toy with me, casting his magics in England.
Whoops, what happened?
That stone, was it here before? Where is my mad friend? Damn this cursed place.
That was a cool idea for a mission. You know, imagine how that must have looked from the outside, you know? Um, did you get got by the gas? Yeah, it seems like it, and even the person I talked to wasn't there. Have a good stream, catch you later. Yeah, thanks for being here. Have a good afternoon, evening, and get well into the next year. And hope to see you on the other side. Happy New Year to you too. So I guess we're standing on the head of our friend now. That's such a cool idea for a mission, you know? Eivor being high and talking to a rock. You know, it's a really nice idea because it kind of it plays with you know, things you can only do in games. Like, you clearly see the rock formation. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see if it stays at 21 now, or if it still works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, now it stays 21 now. You know, it's exactly that should be the kind of thing. You know, computer games can do that no other game or no other medium can do. Hi Nums, how's it going? I tried to sing with you on Twitch Sings a few days ago, but I don't think you have any open seats anymore. So I guess you won't get any of my last day of Twitch Sings singery unless you want to try another song. It's, you know, today's the last day, so tomorrow everything will be turned off. So if you want to have fun on Twitch Sings, feel free to do that today. I mean, if, you know, I understand it. If you think like, why bother? It's gonna be gone anyway. But just saying. Yeah, so this puzzle just was like the perfect thing you can only do in a game. Because, you know, on one hand, you have this 3D engine, so it all feels very realistic. On the other hand, all of this is just, you know, painted by the computer. And the computer has control. It can, like, turn away your eyes for a second or something. Or can control your perspective, you know, and distract you like a stage magician. So, they had a perfect chance of, you know, making you see different numbers of stones as you were talking. And also, this game is interactive, and you are, you know, forced to go and count here, or, well, encouraged at least, to do the counting yourself and then tell him these many rocks is what I counted, you know. So you're actually doing it and realizing that, to the best of your knowledge, counting all these rocks, you got a different number every time. So they can really fuck with your brain in a computer game in a way that, you know, just showing a person counting a different number in a movie, most people would probably not bother counting along. You know, and even if they did, you know, you would probably like have to show close-ups of the rocks as the player is counting. And you just say, well, yeah, there's a cut and things like that. So just by being in it and by it being interactive, this was such a cool little side mission. And I guess engine-wise, it probably wasn't that much of an effort, you know. Basically, all that went into this mission was like a bunch of different stone constellations here that roughly look similar, and a conversation where occasionally they exercised some camera control. You know, that was basically the unique thing. And that I just love that you could use such simple, such comparatively simple tools and things that exist in this engine already for other puzzles, mostly. You know, and just go, hey, we have this cinematic camera control, so why don't we take advantage of it? We can replace objects in the scenery depending on what you're doing right now, so why don't we do it? It was... Oh, I loved this. Where was this? Okay, this was like near the bottom of SX. I gotta make sure that... You're good. You had a decent sleep for once. Yay! Yay for sleep. How I am? Yeah, I'm doing well. I got some good sleep the last couple of days as well, except for getting up early for stream, but then that's my own mistake. And I've been mostly enjoying, you know, playing Assassin's Creed. There was the one day, I think it was 2 days ago or something, where I slept really badly and had to cancel the stream. Apart from that, it was okay. The other days around it were fine. Yeah. And I just had this amazing puzzle up here. That was, we'll have to, whenever Matt plays Valhalla again, I think he said he'll resume streaming in 4 days or something. For anyone else, watching, by the way, the Matt I'm talking about is Halvarth. He also plays Assassin's Creed Valhalla a few days a week, so he's a little behind here, so you won't get any deep story spoilers, hopefully. Oh, and also, of course, Num Num streams as well, and there's some really funny streams. Oh, you played Overcooked recently? Goodness gracious. That games like that, like Overcooked and Cook Serve Delicious and things, they seem too much like work for me. They feel like, you know, like the stressful parts. You think he's starting again Monday? I think that is 4th, isn't it? Yeah. I remember him saying 4th. I'm not good at numbers, but 4 luckily is one of the few numbers who is not like an oval. Like even 8 is like basically an oval shape. And kind of my memory is kind of slightly fuzzy shapes. So if I see numbers, then it's a few oval shapes and then, oh, there's a 1 or there's a 4, and that's about all I can remember. So luckily it was a 4, so I can actually remember what image popped into my head in that case. Overcooked was stressful but funny too. Yeah, I can imagine that it's really, really funny. I saw it playing again. Your PC broke again, so you'll be back once it's fixed. Oh no. I hope it's just a small thing and you can get it replaced on the cheap. It's always annoying if something on the PC breaks. I remember, like, the desktop I used for streaming a while ago, which I basically salvaged for parts to build this one. It was just one day it went puck, and the fuse went out, and then it wouldn't start anymore. And I still haven't actually found out, like, there's the graphics card might be broken, it might be the main board, it might be the CPU. I did replace the power supply once, that was fine. Water cooling pump stopped working. Okay. Luckily, I only have fans. No, I'm not sure that's any better. Fans get stuffy and noisy, so who knows. Yeah. I tried, so I'm not sure like whether several parts are broken, but with my old PC I tried to take its second graphics card and plug it into this PC, and that didn't work. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think it just didn't start up with that graphics card. It's been so long since I built this one. I built is overselling it a bit though, because basically what I did is I went to the PC parts picker website and you know, searched for any PC they had. That I think my criterion was basically I just went like, show me PCs that are good for streaming. They had like 3 recommended builds there, and I just went, okay, oh, this one says Ryzen. I heard a while ago someone saying that the Ryzen things are really cool. And so, and it seemed in the general price range that I was looking at.
More sail!
And so I just went, oh, okay. That looks like a good one, and so I ordered the parts they described and tried to build it. And it mostly worked. There was just one issue, which was that they kind of parameterize. You're in the way, Viking. That basically they're really getting good at dodging. Seriously. It might be a little higher level than I thought. At least I'm getting my arrows back. Okay, I think I should probably focus on where are the other shots coming from? You probably oh, there's some gold for me. Anyway, oh, sir, wait, sir, stop, please. Sir, this is not a good use of my time. Okay. Okay. Really not aiming well today. Anyway, so basically the case they had was a...
Give me a hand with this!
Oh, there's a zealot nearby? And a level 220. Okay, I guess, I need to deal with this zealot. Jesus! Alright, let's try to force open.
Come! Help me with this!
Okay. least that works. Though I didn't really want to face a higher level mercenary in here. Ah, here's these. He's rather fast. Oh, thank you. That actually went well. That since my friends are here, we could just get him together, even though he's higher level than we are. Ha ha ha.
No more winters for you.
Better to die than face my lords. I hope my Magister Magnus forgives me. For so long, I looked to him for guidance, for order.
If your honor is slow, a true lord cannot forgive you. They cannot.
Now I will turn my gaze to Warden, Tiwar, and Shunor. I will continue to turn until I find some forgiveness.
You will spin and drill yourself to an endless bottom.
So, Tio should be Tyr, and Woden should really be Odin. So, that's interesting. I guess those are the same gods recycled a bit. Yeah, so anyway, so the case of the PC design, they picked like one that had minimum, you know, these ports and could hold this kind of CPU and things like that, and was this general form factor, so it fit the motherboard. And one difference it had was that it had a USB-C like connector, but the main board only had I think USB-C technically is USB 3.1, and there is, you know, such a thing as USB 3.0, which is usually regular plugs. And so the connector on the main board for that one was different, and so I actually had to figure out what an adapter is called for those. But I did finally manage to, you know, by just randomly searching terms on Amazon eventually. Okay, how am I supposed to get in there? I guess we'll save that for later. Oh, this house also has... no. Stop it.
Hey! Can't do this alone!
Fluff is helping you parts to pick... to build a new one. Help you pick parts to build a new one. C will start to pick up bits and when things go on sale, etc. Yeah, that's cool if you can do that. Always good when it's when you can get stuff on sale. I like this PC parts picker website. I don't know, I think it's I don't remember what its domain name ending was. It might be a .de, but I think in general the descriptions are all English. So might be worth having a peek at, because they sometimes have, you know, like good suggestions and combinations that might help you narrow it down for what you want to buy. And they will also list you like choices for parts and things like that. How the heck am I supposed to get in there? Oh, here, of course. Although it's a little bit on fire now.
No! No!
No!
New leather!
Jesus! Why are you jumping up into the fire instead of just climbing in? Seriously. You dummy. Alright. Finally. So really the climbing in this game, I don't know if I'm just, you know, like, forgetting about all the frustrations I had with climbing in Odyssey. I do remember it was a bit glitchy as well. But, it definitely feels a lot rougher in this game. Oh, sir. Thank you for glitching for me. I mean, I wish I could get in a headshot. Okay, finally.
Come, brothers. Let's end this.
Fat fingered that one, but I guess it killed him. The wrong button again. Alright. What else? Ah, you.
Keep focused.
Whew. Another place to raid. Hey Zoe Jessica, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you enjoying the last day of the year? No says he's picked out a badass setup. The hardest thing will be getting hold of a graphics card, you think. Okay. Although I think graphics cards have at least, you know, gone down from the Bitcoin mining days. Which has made it a lot better, I think.
Give me a hand!
But yeah. Will you be getting a kind of the thing I'm So the thing about my graphics card is that it's basically kind of the they really dodge so much more now. It's crazy. I think at these higher levels. No, so you remember how Matt always says that bow and arrow is overpowered? And I think in this game, with these dodgy bastards, he'll have a fun time using bow and arrow at this later level.
A good haul! Let's go!
I don't want to go yet. I'm sure there's more stuff to steal. See? There's money just lying on the floor in these places. Also, there was something to read, which is important. Order for bells. God has blessed these bells. Their forceful knelling will protect us from the Vikings. We have orders from all over Wessex and can barely keep up with the demand for our miraculous chimes. God be praised, Vikings be damned. 3 small bells for Sussex, 1 large bell for Canterbury, 2 large bells for Essex. That kind of sounds like Wasn't there a guy named The Bell? Hello. Oh, you have loot for me, thank you. You too. Exercising your rights to do pretty much nothing before New Year responsibilities start again. Best way to end a year. Definitely, thank you. Thank you for being a role model to us all. And also for being sensible, because, you know, you gotta be... You gotta be able to relax. That's important, you know, for just not going totally over the edge. Oh. That was cute. Oh. Yeah, so my graphics card is kind of like the I think, or was at the time, I have to say, the best price you know, bang for the buck ratio for a graphics card that doesn't do ray tracing. So like it was like the closest you could get to ray tracing, basically, without actually getting ray tracing. Oh, you know what I can do here? Boom.
Ouch!
I can set myself on fire, apparently. Alright. So I remember there was this other gold that I couldn't get at. Oh no, right, we got in there. We climbed in the top of the building. So let's see, 300 meters looks like it's a good bunch away, yes. So I guess we should go to Rakulf Monastery next, but there is a leap of faith point that we'll go by first. You say that, but I just read an article about a guy who bought 78 3080s for mining. Bloody hell. Yeah, it's, I don't even... Well, I don't know, but, you know, maybe that's... I guess maybe it's, not yet at the low level it was before all this, Bitcoining malarkey started, but, yeah. I remember there was a time where it was basically, you know, don't buy a graphics card right now because they're all so crazy expensive. And then it was, oh, it's gotten better now, I guess most of the Bitcoin miners have them. And then, of course, there's certain graphics card models that are the most popular. Because, you know, they give you, like, the most cores or something like that. So, yeah, I understand. It's probably depends a lot on which card you want as well. So, are you going to go ray tracing, or are you going to stay traditional for now? I mean, it depends. Like, my guess is for a budget, not going ray tracing might still be the cheaper option. But on the other hand, of course, if you need to replace your computer anyway and you want to have it last for a while, then, like, personally, if I could afford it, I would probably go for ray tracing, unless one of the people... Usually I have friends kind of slightly advising me what's a good computer to get. And they usually, they might tell me, you know what, the ray tracing is still too early. You know, you'll be paying through your nose or whatever. And might tell me it's still too early to ray tracing. I don't know what it is right now because I'm not really in the market for a new computer right now, and I hope this one will last me for a while. Yeah, pushing prices up, so a $6.99 card got pushed up to $11.99. Jesus. I'll be honest, I don't know what ray tracing is, but it will be after 3080. I'm trying to remember. I think the 1080 and so probably the 3080 as well. I think those were like 1080. I think was the first ray tracing card. So I think yours might be one as well, just going by the similarity in numbers. Of course, sometimes that's what the manufacturers count on, you know, that you go, oh, it's the bigger number, I'll get that one. And then it's like, oh, well, they went, you know, like 1080 was the good one. Then they went, I don't know, 1081, 1082, and 3080 is actually the worst one or whatever. You know, sometimes they do stuff like that. I don't know that it's like that in this case, but just, I have no clue, honestly, about what a 3080 is. But so, difference of ray tracing and old style rendering. Basically, ray tracing is what your eye does. Well, sort of. You know, sunlight comes, hits a building, and comes back as a ray of light tinted in the color of the building. So basically the, you know, light is made up of red, green, and blue light. Really, white light. And so a wall surface absorbs certain colors of light. And what it doesn't absorb gets reflected back into your eye. That's how you see it. So that's basically just how physics works. So if there's a red wall in front of you, that means that it's a wall that absorbs green and blue light, and the only thing that is reflected is red light. And your eye sees that. And basically, ray tracing is a computer simulating that by kind of, you decide, you know, where the camera is, and that sends out a ray, and whatever wall that hits, for that, it basically draws a pixel. And that's, you know, that means you have to do a lot of work for each pixel, especially if, like, one of the walls is transparent, then you have to, you know, find, okay, what is behind that, and find the hardest one, and then kind of generate a color based on, like, there's a green pane of glass and a bit of blurry glass that is white, and then behind that is a white wall, and so you get, like, green blurry pixel or whatever. And that was something that they originally did. Like, if you remember doing early 3D graphics, you know, where you had to pre-render everything, it was abysmally slow because your CPU had to do each pixel and draw it, and you could actually see the pixels. Like, if you had a fast computer, they came in like this, you know, it built up line by line. And then what they did instead, to make fast games as we know them today possible, is they went, you know, we can do this easier. We can do what is called the painter's algorithm, which is basically, you know, a painter just goes and like draws the outline of something and fills it, like, with a solid color, or maybe fills it with a gradient, you know, just by darkening the color every few strokes. And then they, you know, paint one part and then paint another part over it, and it kind of stacks up, and then you get a kind of depth perception. But what it really only does is it draws 2D shapes. It just, you know, kind of, for example, if you have a rectangle, then, you know, usually it's like this, and then you go, okay, the left side is farther away, so basically you're moving those pixels closer together. That's like basically it's just a mathematical division. But you only do that for the corner points of the rectangle. So, like, each corner of the rectangle has a distance from the left edge and the top edge of the screen. So the top left edge, for you, top left edge would be here. No, I'm mirrored. No, so top left edge is actually working. Would be at, you know, 150. And then the right edge would be at 550. So 50 pixels from the top and the 500 from the side, including the 100, so it's 400 wide, you know. And that's how you kind of have the coordinates. And then you have 4 coordinates for a rectangle. And you just take, like, the distance is another number with, like, the distance from the camera. And you divide, for example, the 100, you divide it by the distance into the screen, which would, you know, like, be 5. So instead of 100, you get just 20. And so it kind of skews your 4 pixels so that these two are larger and these two are smaller. And if you connect my fingers with lines now, you'll see kind of a rectangular wall that kind of goes off in the distance. It's but what you actually do is you don't do it from the upper left of the screen, but from the middle. And so that means the pixels don't, like, it doesn't all shift into the upper corner, but actually, like, it shifts in the middle, which is what your eye sees. Like, if you're standing here at a horizon, I don't know if you can see, if we have anything where you can see that here, because it's all trees. Like, if you look at this wooden beam that we're on, for example, or the platform is a good example, you see that kind of the lines go like this, and, like, at some point in the distance they meet, and that's kind of a point somewhere there in the distance where everything goes towards it. And that's basically usually the center of the screen. Of course you can move that around, but mathematically that is 0, and then everything is measured from there. It sounds more complicated than it is, but basically you just divide all the numbers by the distance in that direction. You multiply it with another number, so it's not quite as steep. So you, like, or you actually you take the distance divided by 100 or something, you know, and divide it by that. Something like that, you know, so it's a smaller, it's not, you know, 2 pixels back and it's already half. It's more like 2 pixels back and it's, you know, 10% smaller. But anyway, and so you can just calculate the corners, and from then on you just do 2D graphics like a painter, and you just connect those lines and fill them with a solid color. Or if you have some transparent parts, then you just draw the opaque parts and then draw the transparent parts on top. But it's all 2D graphics that computer do faster, and that's like how traditional stuff worked. They didn't do all the pixels, they just do the corners, and then kind of draw skewed 2D graphics to make it look like the wall texture is kind of, smaller on the left side and taller on the right side. I don't know if that explanation was too in-depth, but so basically ray tracing, all the pixels, traditional 3D graphics, just do the corner points, then draw the rest in 2D between those corner points. And that, and like for years, it kind of has been a mix of that already, because like the filters basically that you know from Snapchat or whatever, they use a lot of that similar technology that came out of what they do for 3D graphics. So there is really something that is done on every pixel, but it's done in 2D even in the old graphics cards. And so new graphics cards have gotten fast enough that you can actually do the perspective and stuff on every pixel, basically. It's a rough approximation of the it's yeah. But that's basically what it is. And so they call that RTX. I think a lot. And basically it's just a way, it looks a lot better if you have RTX, and it's kind of the new technology. And so, as always with such new technology, you know, it is at some point at the start, it's not worth the added price, and then there comes the point where they go, now it's a good average price, and if you want really cheap then you'll get the old technology and at least, you know, get, because it's at least finally in your budget. And then at some point they will go and say, well, all games basically only look good with RTX, and without RTX we're not putting too much work into still making that work on those old graphics cards. So that's why I was wondering like whether Num Nums was getting an RTX graphics card, but I guess I think 3080 just from the number sounds like it might be the like 2 generations later than the 1080. I think what was it called, 1080 Ti. I think that was like the first NVIDIA ray tracing graphics card. And that was kind of the big one where they said, oh, they can do that now. Okay, it's, my explanation, of course, has some criminal simplifications where, like, anyone who has experience with that will say, well, yeah, but not quite. But, like, the general idea is you kind of save yourself a lot of work by drawing most of the stuff really in 2D and not in real perspective, and just approximating how stuff will look. And by painting stuff on top of each other instead of like doing the calculations more. And I mean,
to draw attention here.
There are a lot of you know, optimizations that have been done that kind of mimic what ray tracing does for particular cases. So I guess we want to get into that building. Do that. Oh, up there. Oh no, I need 2 keys. Okay, I see 1 key over there. There's the other key. And 1 key over there. Okay. Okay. That should make it, whoops,
Show me what lies ahead.
easier to sneak in there the next time. At least I guess that's what it's intended for. That you go in, realize you don't have the keys, but then at least make the next entrance easier. Though I like that I could basically just run in behind the guard. What would be mean is if they now made the guards go in there, say, hey, we blocked that window, and move that thing back. So awesome. You haven't really done any gaming since Classic Mac days, but it's part of your job now. So watching and learning. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the fun thing is, like, I started out on Classic Mac as well, so, are you on Twitter, Zoe Jessica? Because, like, I think I follow someone there that, has a similar name. Okay, RTX 3080 does have it, and aside from the 3090, has the fastest GPU in the market for it. Thank you, Google. Yeah, okay, that sounds good, yeah. So I guess it's probably at the point where you're, where it's worth getting the new generation because it's gotten cheap enough, but also, you know, it'll keep you a while. So that sounds promising then. Yep, that's you. Okay, hi. Alright. There's light coming through there, but we can't go in there. It's kind of like, oh, maybe there's a gap in the roof. No, it isn't. Oh.
Forgive my intrusion, but
We're not here. Guard, we're just with our friends. We're really not stealthing too well today. And there's another blocked window. Ah! You meanies! Who saw me this time? Guess it was you. Seriously?
Hold there, stranger.
I'm not here. You don't see me. How do I even get in there? Can I jump in this window? Yes, I can. Okay. Seriously, that he didn't come in to investigate after seeing me jump into that window. I mean, it's good for me because I'm not good at stealthing, I guess, but right. Yeah, I find gaming is, really fascinating because it's you basically end up doing everything interesting and, challenging in programming and also in customer support and like every area. It's a really interesting playground. So I worked at one company who, I don't want to name names and things, you can probably guess it if you know me a little, but where we kind of went into a gaming adjacent business. And it was just interesting how different, the expectations of gamers in customer support were. And we're coming from traditional Mac users, which were mostly,
Guards here are vigilant.
private users or, you know what, I think we should pick this guy up and make sure nobody panics here. That looks like a good place. Have a nice nap. So we, like with Mac users, you were very, that was like high-priced customers, and they were usually professional or adults. So they did some, when they basically complained, you went, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and just like basically just replace stuff even if they were out of warranty or whatever. You were very conscious of giving them a good experience, and then they would come back and buy another of your comparatively expensive products. So it kind of balanced itself out. And then the gaming customers, there are a lot of youth there, and like half of them have no idea what their rights are and kind of just start demanding things and start, threatening you or something. And half of them were, intentionally just trying to trick you into giving them free stuff. Well, not half-half, but like there was a surprising new large percentage let's put it that way, of people that just came in and, you know, tried to get you to somehow give them free stuff, you know, by like saying, oh, I bought this and it didn't work and I got so angry I just threw it away and I want a new one now. And then you went, well, do you have your receipt? And they said, no, I was so angry I threw the receipt away as well. And, you know, the first couple times you might have gone and said, you know, oh, what the hell, you know, the customer needs to be... But that happened, you know, like, if that's a single case, you'll just go, you know, let's be nice to a customer and risk it. Because that's how, in the Mac business, basically, it worked. And then here, it was suddenly like, there were lots of people coming in with... you know, flimsy excuses like that. Or there was also, apparently there are websites that let you generate something that looks like an Amazon receipt. With like, you just type in, you know, like the Amazon serial number from the URL and say, please make me a receipt for this product. You know, like change the price to this and that and use, you know, the date from 2 weeks ago or something like that. And so we had to get really good at, you know, like realizing when someone was bullshitting us and when not. And that was like a completely new experience. And so it's like even on the customer support side, gaming is different from other businesses you might be used to. Just saying, you know, that wasn't like, the majority are perfectly fine people, but it was just, if you've always had like, you know, professional customers, so not like professional behavior, but more like they use that stuff for business, or maybe, you know, home customers that, you know, use your stuff for entertainment or something. I mean, you had some silly people who kind of bought an entertainment product and said, I'm a professional, you know, a professional pinball player, and I bought your pinball software, and now I cannot do my job because the pinball software doesn't work on this new beta release of the operating system, and I want my money back plus damages. And you go like, we never said that this pinball software was like, I'm making up products here, so not to name someone who actually exists or make it too obvious, but you know, like, and so, you know, you had like the odd case occasionally, but like in general, you were fine. Here's the other key that we wanted to go for. And so it's just every kind of product is different in that regard, and that's fine and that's normal. And you know, it's just different people use different products, and you have different needs and things like that. But of course, you know, there are some people who will just overinflate the importance of whatever they are doing, and assuming that if this guy seems to be sitting at an invisible table, or whatever is he doing? Oh no, he's sitting on a stool actually. Okay. Oh, I guess he's sharpening his sword. Okay. So I wonder if I can... no. I thought they would hear... I thought they would hear... Not that hard. Guy is hard to headshot. Okay, that wasn't quite the stealth I wanted to do. I was thinking, like, I guess I mixed up my games. In some games, if you shoot somewhere near them, they will hear the sound and turn around. Like in Spider-Man, that's how it works. And so, they would turn away from me is what I expected, but then sadly they just saw, hey, that arrow came from there, and I gave myself away. I'm sure you users are very young with all the benefits and challenges of that group. That's probably a much nicer way than I managed to put it. Yeah, it's but that like I'm not blaming young users. You know, like if you're the problem is for a company is more if your user group suddenly skews very young. Then of course you know everyone buying their first product or having their first problem with the product first has to learn how to deal with that. And if your project is reasonably successful, that just means that you get a lot of people making their first mistake or their first, you know, like misunderstood, you know, trying to push through their rights that they think they have based on a common misconception from, you know, like, I don't know, someone mentions it on Reddit or something and everyone reads that post. You know, or they just hear, well, this person complained loudly on Twitter that they would tell their followers, so I'll do that as well. And they don't realize that, of course, if they say, well, I'm an influencer and... well, first that if some influencer complains, you're not gonna immediately say, well, then of course we'll do whatever that influencer wants. You still will only do sensible things. But also, you know, we will check if you have many followers. If you come to us and claim, you know, I'll badmouth you to all your followers. That's the least, you know, you expect. And we will talk to each other. So if you send 15 emails to random usernames at that domain, then we will notice that, you know, things like that. And it's just people contacting support for the first time in their life.
I should be cautious around here.
Do not think of that stuff. And then, you know, in many cases it was just entertaining, but of course there was this moment of adjustment. Alright, so that was a good bunch of effort for a pair of gloves. Is it at least a piece of gloves that works for us? Let's see, what does it do? Brigandine. No, it's bear. It's not even raven. Well, it's okay, but yep. Oh, and how much fabric? We have 4 fabric of 21, so that would be long. But anyway, I don't even know how I got to this. Yeah, so what I really wanted to say before I got sidetracked with an anecdote is that so gaming also as a programming discipline has like all these interesting, you know, problems to solve. Like look at this game. First you have to do 3D graphics. That alone is a huge chunk of stuff to do. Then you also have an online service built in, you know, for like payment processing and, you know, DLC management and in DLC in this case I include, you know, like all the guns, all the bows or weapons in general, and clothes you can build. Then there's of course the big art component that, you know, someone has to build the 3D models to be displayed here, and they have to look good. So that's a challenge in a game. And then you have, you know, the security component, where of course if you're running an online service, it's not just enough to offer stuff for download, but, you know, what do you do when people try to cheat the game? That's even more difficult in online games or multiplayer games, you know, where if one people cheats the game here, you know, if someone mods Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you don't really get much out of that, you know. But in an online game, if I suddenly give myself a weapon where I just change all the numbers so it's totally overpowered, then I can wipe out any other player and spoil their fun that way, because it's no longer a fair fight. You know, things like that. So it's always... there's so many things, and then it's, you know, you have sound in games, which is, again, a completely different thing. And then it's, you know, you have animations, so you need people that, you know, like, maybe you need motion capture, which is probably what they use most of the time. You need some way to, you know, smooth out the transitions between two motion capture sequences. Because, like, when someone is running, and then suddenly running faster, you don't want to finish the entire run cycle once, and then make it look faster. You want to immediately change it, so you kind of have to morph in between those two poses and things like that. And there's just so much especially in a game like this, that you have to look into. You know, like player fairness, harassment, you know, cheating, or other exploits that might, you know, give them money. Like, for example, here, like with every level you gain, or with every larger story point, I think it is, that you finish, you get a bunch of Ubisoft points, which roughly translate into real money, because you can use those to get a rebate on games, or to buy store items, like, you know, the cosmetics or the weapons. So, ooh, is that another puzzle? Oh, it's a bear. Is he friendly or not? Oh, interesting. So this looks again like a spot where we have to get high up somewhere. Maybe over there is enough. Anyway, so like in many games, oh, I think we're out of range. Yeah, okay, so that's not it. Probably standing, maybe we're standing on one of the megaliths? This one looks climbable. And that's also something, like the usability design for, you need for games, you know, that's another challenge as well. You know, you have to show so many affordances and things like that. It's just... It's so fascinating in... Oh, maybe that one. So fascinating in game design. All the things you have to do. Okay, not that one. Oh, I haven't even seen what shape I'm supposed to get, by the way. There always was a hint somewhere. Why do I suspect that the bear is sitting on it? Ah, here. Okay. That's the shape we're supposed to
Here
get.
in the ancient kingdom of Kent, the Jutes have brought me to where his fire burns through traces of the Nephilim. Here the Lord speaks to me again. He warns of betrayals, of struggles, of the trials of the first ones. I do not always understand his message. If he is warning me, it is because he believes I am worthy. He says there is one angel still trapped. She who must be released or joined. Must I find her?
Huh. So that looks promising. It's only 3, so this shape roughly looks right. I think we're really close. Come on. Now, okay. That was a bit finicky, but worked.
What strange forces work here?
So now we've got our bonus skill point, I guess. All right. Sleep tight, little bear. I like these stories that he so he's apparently talking to an Isu. That's interesting. Or I think, you know, like, or maybe it's like Alethea recording. But it sounds like that's the direction it's going in. Excuse me. And one still has to be freed, so I'm wondering if that is Loki and Alethea, I guess, because we've been hearing their voices, so that it's... I don't know, that maybe Alethea is trapped, although it sounded like she would basically die. Or be dying, and that the recording we have is basically the only thing left of her, the AI. Or maybe they're talking about Eivor. Of course, it would be easy to find out if someone just switched to male Eivor and went back and did this puzzle again. But we shall see. But yeah, just to reiterate here, because I kind of got sidetracked into that topic. It's yeah, it's in general, of course, if you have you know, like younger customers, they are still learning about life, and so when they make mistakes, of course, part of those mistakes will be made when they're interacting with you, and then you have to, you know, deal with that. And sometimes that just means, you know, being more forgiving, and sometimes that means just repeatedly telling different people the same things again. And, you know, coming up with a procedure for telling apart the people that want to, that are just, you know, they're kind of like they don't mean badly by it. They think like, oh, this is a huge company, and you know, they're so successful. I see their advertisements everywhere, so they must be huge. So, like, you know, what is a couple $100 for them? And of course, if everyone thinks that, then you'll be losing money by the bushels and be going out of business. So the realization might not yet be there, you know, that there are real people behind the internet, basically. Okay, are we in the village that we want to raid anyway? No. There seem to be some missions around here, so let's see what will happen there. Oh, we're in Canterbury. Oh, okay. Sorry. I forgot that you people are kind of anti-Viking. I could probably just go in the window. Maybe here? No. St. Martin's Church. Well, I guess he's renovating his church. Oops. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. That's a barred door. Let's have a look around.
What do you see, Sunan?
I remember. I mean, that's the... Oh, the roof has a hole in it. That sounds like it's made for us. What was I about to say? Something... Aren't there some riches in here? Somewhere? I guess not. Something yellow over there. I guess that might be under there. At least a little bit of silver, that's nice. How do I get down here? I just want to get down, get down, and move it all around. I can't get close to the wall anymore. Okay, let's try this way. And now let's try this way. It's looking promising. There seems to be some kind of door or alcove there, so maybe. Okay. I'm a bit disappointed that I don't remember the sentence. A lot of money there. How generous of you. Donation. Father Egbert, it is sorry times we find ourselves in, where Danes can lay waste to our holy places, steal relics and books. I did not even believe these barbarians could read. So I willingly give you this donation to restore the church, with no other motive than the glorification of our Lord and Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ. If, however, you feel the need to ask the Lord for favor on my behalf as a thank you for my generosity, say a comely new wife or a good breeding pig, that would be completely your decision. I think I wanted to say, like, in every internet context, you of course compound mistakes easily. So that's why you have to be so, you know, where you have to be, have to remember that, you know, that, like, before it was like every village had that one idiot. Why are you not walking up? Had that one idiot, you know, that wouldn't realize how stupid it was to, you know, like, I don't know, would just make a stupid mistake, like hadn't learned yet, you know, to treat other people well or whatever, you know. And then the other people in that village would just go, man, you're an asshole. Oh, bye, Zoe. Okay. Thanks for being here. And of course now, in the internet, all these idiots can, and I guess idiot is not the right term, but all these people who have not learned, you know, that you know, you need to treat other people with respect, can group up in one room, and suddenly they go, well, the people around me here, you know, like in the village, say I'm an idiot, but there's this whole room of other people who are just like me, so I'm justified. And so just as, you know, minorities, you know, like all kinds of minorities suddenly feel they're justified. Not just oppressed minorities, but also, you know, oppressing minorities. And so, yeah, so the general thing is that mistakes compound themselves over the internet, basically, and that you have to, if you're doing support or something, you have to deal with that. That's just, you know, normal life and logic. And of course that can get so bad that you just say, you know, it's more trouble than it's worth. It can be that you just go and say, hey, we're basically shutting down. I'm sorry, it was too tempting. Since he was just walking below this thing. didn't I want to see some sort of mission? Yes, where are you? Quest giver, whatever.
Help! What?
Hey. Oh, did I somehow forget to wear my disguise again? Hiding in the bushes.
Better keep our eyes open.
Oops. That was odd. I didn't manage to assassinate him. The other one had a skull above his head. Okay, so I guess I'm hopefully reasonably safe now. Although I still don't see where this quest... Ah, now it shows up again. 48 meters in this direction. Oh, and there seems to be... Oh, that's not underwater, that's just under this building. Let's just climb up here if we can. Burnia Theater. That looks surprisingly similar to another theater we came by. Which, you know, isn't bad. Asset reuse means, you know, you get recognizable shapes and you know what to do with them. And also you get more game.
Things you tell me, Matilda the Seer. Strange things indeed.
Okay, I guess...
Kent is in disarray.
How so?
No one to lead us. No hand upon the helm.
Alfred will...
In water, iron then shall float. As easy as a wooden boat? Iron? What madness do you spout, devil?
Can we speak to the pig?
Hello, pig?
I guess it's a pig of prophecy. Is that a parody of that, what did they have, a squid? That predicted the soccer winnings?
Who is that man talking to?
Matilda, pig sees the future.
Loki's twisted threads. What trick is this?
None. You drink, pig speaks.
One leg.
Oh.
Who will lose it? Her or me?
That sounds, like we'll get drunk. Oh, okay. There's something in the water.
I don't feel anything. Are you a talking pig?
I, Matilda the Seer, lift the veil. Shall I show you what is to come, Raven? Beneath the sacred city where panthers prowl, you will find what stole the maiden's blush and begin the final journey.
This game seems to be doing a lot with like hallucinogenic stuff.
I must drink more to get clearness on your words, pig. Clearness. That is such a strange word. Is that a word?
I don't really know if I'm supposed to...
That pig. Where did you get such a surprising creature?
Market.
And is that all you have to say?
Pig speaks enough for both of us.
Ah, this is amazing. Market. That's all you have to say. Pig speaks enough for both of us.
Hello, pig?
Don't know, will she say the same
These
thing
are
every
strange
time?
things you tell me, Matilda the Seer. Strange things indeed.
Matilda, sing a little louder, Matilda.
Men of the church, Father. Serpent's tongue sets torches alight in the winter night, seeking to end the first of the line.
Whatever was in that brew, it was powerful and mind-twisting.
That fleshing is not very pleasant.
One leg. Who will lose it? Her or me?
Well, that's interesting. So the first of the line. So does that refer, assuming that we are a dependent popping off to get some breakfast. Have a great rest of stream, Oli. Thank you for being here, and have a great breakfast then. All right. So we heard. Let me get away from this guy. This talking is kind of distracting.
That is such a strange word.
Okay. We're assuming that Eivor is somehow related to Odin, because she has his memories, and that's how it works in the Assassin's Creed world. If the pig tells us...
What are you doing?
No. Just going to go by. I'm not here. Anyway, so then the first of the line would be Odin, right? So someone is scheming to kill Odin. So the question is Odin still alive somewhere? Or is my theory that, Isu are trying to take over the minds of their descendants eventually? Is that kind of the way we're going? That kind of like someone wants to kill us because we would otherwise become Odin? And then there would be a Isu running around here that they don't like? Is that where we're going?
We should be resident! Flee on!
Can I assassinate you? Oh, you're actually giving up on me? Good, I guess that's where you were last seen. And checking hay bales. It's not a thing people do, apparently. Good, I guess we can finally go where we really wanted to go. Oh. Which is somewhere up there. mind me, just passing through. Up there, I guess, where all the birds are flying. So yeah, I'll have to climb up there again, or I can probably just go down there. Right. Oh, that's nice. Looks pretty. I wonder if, you know, Canterbury is a place that exists. I wonder how much of this is based on, you know, historical buildings they have, and how much is just based on, you know, existing paintings or something like that. And that's the wrong one, isn't it? Well, let's go all the way up so we can at least see. Oh, back there. Okay. So one more. Manage to do this without falling down and losing a lot of health. Yeah, I wonder, like, if there's a Canterbury Cathedral or whatever this is that sort of looks like this. Kind of has the look of at least being inspired by a building that looks, you know, it looks like it has unique parts, if that makes sense, you know. Like the other churches look different, smaller and less effort, you know, more generic. And I mean, there were smaller cities as well, I guess. And so, it would kind of make sense that a place, you know, where where they actually had to stick to the look of an existing building, you know, they would put more unique parts in, and then maybe even, you know, reuse them in other places around. Alright, so where do we get down from here? Oh, there. Oh, my back. Seems to be something 60 meters from here. Something that might be worthy of nabbing. I think we'll have to go up the right, but let's just see how the left looks. Ah, it's a spot where we need to blow up something. Guys, where do you keep your exploding oil? Guys? No reason, just, you know, safety inspection. items here. I think I should keep those for later. Unless I forget. Let's go in there now. Upstairs we have the gold to tell us where we're supposed to be. Down here we didn't have anything so far. Okay, a locked door. This looks like where the other guy was hiding. Alright, fabric, always appreciated. We'll sew us some fancy duds. Okay. So that's apparently all there is down here. We might be able to get back to that door if we find the key. Anything? Oh, someone's been cleaning this.
Se her on Briti. Ag is here that ilch is yond Romana reach.
Okay, yeah, this one has holes at the top, so that's promising. Yes. It's not connected to the area under it, apparently. Oh, there's stairs back there. Okay. If we can get around somewhere. Oh, yeah, there seems to be a path around. Oh, this is pretty. Why are these light reflections here? Jesus. Feels a bit
jammed. Need to get on the other side.
Now I have. Because there's a gate here. So we can probably shoot to open the door. That's why we're allowed to get up here. Yes. And then we can get to the stairs. Ah, now it makes sense. Different from the disoriented skunk. This makes sense. Now we just end up in the main hall where we could have gone all the time. No. Oh, right, we needed some... Oh, no, we don't need explodey stuff. We just need a big Saxon lamp. I'm not here. I didn't do anything. You didn't see anything. Thinking there would be a cave or something down here. To leap pieces of the same armor set. Read its description in its details page. Anyway. So I guess we don't know where to go, but we still don't have the key. Don't mind me, just keep praying. Maybe your God will listen. Mine certainly won't.
Condemnabitur inconvenientes calciamentas sunt mihi. Bono autem ut Deus vult hoc esse, heic patiar in nominis sui gloriam.
I really should have paid more attention in Latin class.
Ut congregent
Condemnator, I think, like means it has been, well, condemned. Not like a building, I think, but more like a, you know, person or a person's actions. Anyone see a key nearby? No. Just some nice flowers. Achoo! Alright, let's see what is around us here. There is flyting over there, which we'll probably want to do. With drinking and someone to sell stuff to. There's also another mission here. And there are some wealth things. Sorry about that bumping. Just almost kicked something over and I'm trying to keep it from falling over with my feet. Okay, so...
Et dixa ad eos rapscaios Andreas Dominus Noster.
Guess I'll go over the roof. Out those people too much are interested in hurting me. A monk to flight with. Didn't want to blend in.
Good day. What is your name?
I am Eivor, of the Raven Clan.
And are you a flighter?
When the mood strikes. Do you wish to flight with me?
Oh, no, certainly not. I don't engage in such things. Haven't a head for it. My brother, however, he is quite proficient.
Ah, then you wish to compete with me.
I should mention, my brother has taken a strict vow of silence. If you wish to flight, I will translate and relay his verses.
I think I understand.
Good. Hark! To those gathered round, wave your hands and rejoice. I shall trounce this poor fool without use of my voice. Such is his challenge. Do you wish to face him?
I'll happily challenge you. Sorry, him.
Let's risk it.
Here you are, my bet.
Good. Now remember...
Why is my axe flying around?
I am but a conduit for his words.
I will keep this well in mind.
Good. He is ready. Come you closer, friend Eivor, and lend me your ear. The most cutting of flights from my mouth you'll not hear. But by proxy I'll call you a milksop and boor.
Though you speak through another, your flyting's still poor.
Your body is withered, your garments absurd. I'll topple you over with nary a word. I'm devoted to flights, though to silence avowed.
Though you choose to be quiet, your folly is loud.
Oh my! Your visage is ghastly. I'm cowed by your stink. I should like to write more, but you're not worth the ink. So, a last parting phrase. You're as dim as they come.
With such drivel to speak, I see why you keep mum.
Very fine work. As an impartial observer, I must say you won.
Thank you.
My brother has a few parting words. You have bested me squarely and thus won the day. So take what you've earned now and hurry away.
I will. Farewell to you both.
I'm sad we didn't get the choice to answer with the rhyme here as well. But that was cool. That was a cool, you know, like variation. I think we found a whole new class of bugs. There's a floating book here. We just had our axe fly around and come back. Some really interesting bugs today. Here, bookie, bookie, bookie. Here. Bookie, bookie, bookie. Sorry. Bookie, bookie, bookie. Here, bookie, bookie. It's an invisible book. 87 meters and 163. Let's see. Theater looks like it might be a less involved location, but the barracks is near. So I guess we'll go into the barracks and see if we can get this without picking a fight.
What do you see?
Oh, it's in the building in the back. Okay. That seems to have a destructible wall. You take all the treasures of Canterbury, but you can't have this. What? Who said that?
Cast about this land, my friend.
Okay, there's a key somewhere in this building. Don't really see explodey. Oh, there's explodey stuff. That's good. And I think that's the explodey wall, right? Yeah. So basically that's where I want to get in.
I should not be seen in this area.
Oh. Excuse me, sir. You hold still for a second, thank you. Okay, and that's what the key is for, I guess. Explodey thing. Can we go down somewhere? No, we kind of can only walk up. Let's see, will you fall? Yes, backwards. Well, mostly. Right. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, who's yelling there? Seems like something I should be involved in. It's a locked door.
This is the king's property.
Oh, you have the key? Great. See me. That means you don't remember me. Impassioned plea to the venerable captain of Dover. Harold, you know I do not ask this lightly. We need your protection. The situation with the Viking raiders has become so dire that I can no longer trust the treasury of Canterbury will not fall into their murderous hands. I am driven to protecting it with my own sword. If you care anything for me and your beautiful letters and poems led me to believe you do, send us men. The captain of your heart, Edwin. Ooh. I'm sorry. Okay. So it's all fine now, isn't it? Nothing happened here. I didn't mean to pick him up, but I just thought, you know, now I can't put him down. Loot, loot. We're where we came in, so that means that inner room we still haven't gotten to. So what is in here? A little bit at least. leather and a rune and fabric. Yes. Alright, I guess. Ah, that's that door. Okay, we could have opened that. Get in here from there. Now 250 meters over is another bit of gold. Keep practicing, one day you'll get good. Or maybe you'll just get overpowered abilities and infinite respawn like player characters. Why don't you have arrows up here? Seriously. That's what these lookout points are for. To supply me with more arrows. Well, I guess... Oh. Seems... Is that in here? Or is
I
that...
need your eyes, my friend.
It looks like it might still be in here. No, if it was there, then it must be outside, I guess. Arrows for me, thank you. Music. It seems it's still in here. Okay. So I somehow have to get... Is kind of making really weird movements back there. There's more explodey stuff here. Okay, so where is the entrance to that building? Probably over there. Excuse me, sir, I think I'll have to make you practice in the afterlife. Oh no. Whoa. Alright. So, do I have the key needed for this? Yes. It's all the same key. That's nice. Hello? Nobody home. Okay. Zealous writings. We are the protectors of the blessed Augustine of Canterbury. Our mission continues well. We have sent many a heathen to the feet of their false gods. Every blow upon them is a righteous one, and we will not stop until every apostate is burning on a pyre. That's not nice. We're just looting a little bit. I mean, come on. Why do they have to be so angry? And, well, killing most of their guards, but then... You know, if they didn't put the guards there, we wouldn't have to kill them. 207 meters in that direction. I guess we'll be climbing out and trying to find a comfortable spot. Actually, I guess sitting in a distrust area would be kind of nicer. Alright, and I think this is the moment where we'll take a short break and then we'll be right back. Was that a frame rate glitch? No, I think we're okay. Alright, so I guess see you in a bit.